What's good? It's your boy E Money back with another wave video. This one right here is a wave video. If you watched this video before, drop a like on. No, if you watched the video that I just uploaded, drop a like on this video. Share the other videos and drop your request on what you want me to do next. I really want to do a prank next. A prank is what I'm gonna do. I told one person what prank I want to do. One person that I talk to every single day. You know who you are if you watch this. But what I'm about to go over is the things you don't want to do when starting off getting waves. Even if you have waves, even if your waves look better than mine, no matter what, you don't want to mess up on this. You don't want to mess up, right? Right. One thing you don't want to do is use the same brush that you started off with. It's good to go back to it, but it's not good to have only one brush. One. Uno, right? That's how you say one? Uno, right? One brush. So it's not good because after time, bristles will start running out. Your bristles will start getting messed up. On this brush, the bristles are not really messed up on here, but I just didn't want to have this brush, you know. I wanted to be able to depend on a different brush, you know. This, you can tell this is fresh. You know, this is fresh, you know. I don't use this too much. You know, you want to make sure that you have like more than 2 brushes, you know. I have 3 so far, you know, because I wouldn't say I'm like elite, you know. I'm like copping all the new brushes, you feel me? Like, I'm not a Jordan copper when it comes to brushes. There we go. I'm more like a Roshi's and a Kyrie's and a Hirachis and a Pumas, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's not all about the type of brushes you use too. And another thing, that's rule number 1. More than one brush, right? It don't matter what brush it is. Right? Rule number 2. Have more than one do-rag. And don't sleep without your do-rag, right? Because if you lose one of your do-rag, right? You lose this one, right? What are you going to do to protect your waves? Not protect it, but what are you going to do to save your waves? This is basically for beginners. When you start off getting the waves, you always want to have this on your head. If you're not brushing, have this on your head. You know why? Because your hair has a tendency of going up. So this right here is like a trainer. It's like a trainer, right? To train your hairs to lay down. And when you brush it, that trains your hair more, right? It's like practicing, right? Oh, my goodness. It's like when LeBron sleep in the gas chamber before the games. He's resting his body, you know, he getting all that energy, energy like all informed, you know, he resting up his body, getting it good and stuff like that. And then when it's time to get on the court, which is taking off your do-rag and wearing it outside, everybody like, damn boy, you got waves, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But you want to also practice on brushing too. It's not all about what type of do-rag you have or what type of do-rag you're wearing or how much you put it on. It's just save your process. Every time after you finish brushing your hair, you want to throw on your do-rag. If you're at home, you want to just throw on your do-rag. Oh, that just messed up a lot of things, man, for me. Had everything going good on this video, right? Just turn that down some, and then we'll tell we should come back. But yeah, you know, it's not all about what type of do-rags you need, right? And for beginners, you want to start off with a do-rag, not no sue-rag, not all that crazy stuff they be using. Nah, you don't want to start off with that, right? You want to start off with a do-rag or a wave cap, right? That's rule number 2. Rule number 3. This is probably the last rule. No. Yeah, no. This is not the last rule. Rule number 3. If you cutting your hair, you never want to go lower than a 1.5. Do not go lower than a 1.5. Because once you start getting ripples and waves and all that stuff, you want to make sure that it's able to see, right? And you cutting your hair past lower than a 1.5, they're gonna be able to see, but you're gonna lose a lot of progress. You always wanna, every time you get a haircut, you always wanna be ready to jump back into the wolf session. So you don't wanna cut it too low. You don't wanna cut it too low. It's not good to cut it too low. It's not good to cut it too low. You wanna cut it about 1.5 or higher. Don't try to go lower than the 1.5. The only time you're gonna lower than the 1.5 is when you just wanna cut your waves off. You just wanna cut it off, start over. That's what I'm gonna have to go through. You know, I really don't want to, but yeah, I'm gonna do it, right? So it's the last thing. Don't go a whole day without brushing. Don't go a whole day without brushing. It's impossible to go a whole day without brushing your hair if you really want the waves, right? So if you really want the waves, you will brush it every day. Like you brush as many times as you eat. You only eat like 3, 4, 5 times a day. You brush that many times a day, you good. You good. You can put on a do-rag. You want to brush for about like 15 minutes. 15 minutes each day. 15 minutes top. 15 minutes each top. 15 minutes off top. What am I talking about? Right? You want to start off with 15 minutes, and then the more you start seeing your hair progress and get better, you want to go 20. Then you want to go 25. Then you want to go 30. If you could go 35, I never passed 35, you know. I never passed 35. I stopped at 30, you know. I got stuff to do. Like homework and stuff like that, right? And what I'm about to do right now is shout out some other waiver YouTubers, right? Because I feel like that's just the right thing to do, you know? Because I wouldn't say that I know everything, like I just magically knew everything. No, I had to, you know, taking knowledge on how to get these by somebody else, you feel me? Right? So YouTuber number 1 will be 360 Jeezy. He's a good YouTuber. YouTuber number 2, Poppy Blasted. He's a good coarse hair waver. Real good. Probably the best one to me, to be honest. And YouTube number 3. This is pretty hard, but me and him actually do text. I actually text him, you know, he's way up there on YouTube than me. And that's Rico TV. Rico TV, he really inspired me to do this, you know, because I used to text him, DM him little stuff like, hey man, I seen the video, good video and stuff like that, you know, just trying to spread positive vibes and stuff like that. And he was kind of inspiration on it, you know. So check out my man Rico TV. Rico TV. He's a good YouTuber. Real good one, man. And then there's other YouTubers like Wave God and 360 Typhoon and other stuff like that, you know, man. So I'm not the only one that's spinning and, you know all stuff about waves, you know. You always gotta learn something from somebody else. And those are some of the YouTubers I learned some of my things off, you know. I wouldn't say like I did exactly what they did, but I took things into mind on what they did, you know. So that's basically gonna be it for the channel, man. I think this is gonna be my third video in a day. 3 videos in one day. So, you know, I'm about to go ahead and get in the lab and start uploading these videos so y'all can see it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right? And that's basically gonna be it. So, YouTube, your boys is out. It's your boy E Money, man. Follow me on Instagram at E_Money _ Eli, but instead of an E, a 3. You feel me? Keep it real, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm out. Peace out, YouTube.